I began doing PCP at the age of 13. Despite all the bad rap this drug has gotten, I have never really had a trip I consider bad, and I am 20 years old now. The first time I took PCP at age 13, I took in relatively high dose for my body size and structure. It consisted of about 2 mg of pure PCP. I chose to drink the green, gummy, bitter-tasting drug in a tea. Something I will never forget is the bitterness and foul chemical odor. My first trip took place in a quiet home with some of my friends. I was kind of nervous, but once I drank it I felt better knowing that it was too late to turn back perhaps. This is what my first experience felt like, 10 minimum. I began getting a kind of sedated feeling with an inner sense of joy. And a feeling of drunkenness. 20 minutes. My lips, face and extremities were becoming very numb to the point that it felt like poor circulation, or like my lips, face and extremities had fallen asleep. At this point, I began getting a little anxious, but that quickly subsided. 30 minutes. I began to get this feeling that I was in a cloud. I now felt totally detached from everyone. My limbs seemed longer, I felt much taller, and a sense of being powerful overcame me. My mind felt like its channels were being switched as so many thoughts swept through. 60 minutes. At this point, I feel like I've finally plateaued. The trip has stopped building at this point. This euphoria is as pleasant as orgasm. I remember speaking was strange because it seemed all in slow motion. I would speak and it felt like I would only hear what I had said 5 minutes later. 2 hours. At this point the trip began to slowly subside. I still felt a great euphoria, only less intense. The numbness became more noticeable to me once again and I began to feel very tired. 3 hours. I decided to go to sleep. I woke up the next morning feeling so good and in such a good mood. I had never slept like that before. Overall, my experiences with PCP differed by dose, but every time I have taken a particularly high dose and feel anxiety during the trip, I come out of it feeling like it was my best trip. In other words, some of my so-called bad trips have been my best trips. The experience does make me tired. It is particularly dangerous to mix alcohol or any sleeping pill, anything that will make you tired or depress your CNS. It is not a good idea to begin with a rather high dose either. Start in intervals. Of the many drugs I've tried, including LSD, marijuana, MDMA, DOM, ketamine, heroin, cocaine and speed, PCP has become by far my favorite.